Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Dustin.
And you're watching Star City Wanderers. Today we're bringing you part 2 of our Busch Gardens Williamsburg 2-part series. We're really glad you enjoyed part 1. We had so much fun making these videos, and we hope you enjoy part 2. In New France, they have Busch Gardens' only wooden roller coaster, Invader. Now, Mr. Dustin, this was the first roller coaster you ever rode on. And we're about to go ride it again to get into the line. This is a nice family coaster. It's probably not a starter coaster for your really little kids because it does have one significant drop. But for older kids, teenagers, or adults who are a little more skittish of roller coasters, this is a good one because it only has one significant drop. And it's just a nice family wooden roller coaster. So one of the things here we're going to do on Star City Wanderer is I'm going to do a Coaster Cats series.
A Coaster Cats series?
So I like roller coasters, but I can still be a bit of a scared cat. And there are some coasters like Griffin that really just scare me and I don't want to ride them. So what I'm going to do is a series of coaster reviews for folks who want to get into coasters or even like more medium coasters but aren't ready for the really big scary ones. And we'll talk about what we think the fear factor is and who the target audience. So if you're a mid-level thrill seeker and not a high-level thrill seeker, I think Invader is a really good coaster here at Busch Gardens. The other good ones here are Loch Ness Monster. I think is a great first looping coaster because it's really not a scary coaster and it's a classic Aero interlocking looper. And then I also am a fan of a Polished Chariot, which is a B&M hyper coaster, but that one is probably not for the faint of heart.
That one is going to be the one that my loving wife has requested I ride with her on her birthday. So yes, they will try to scare you.
Invader has a pretty cool queue line, these Viking symbols. Dustin, what did you think about your second ride on Invader?
It was fun. It was definitely a step above your basic family coaster. All in all, I would rate it about a 4 out of 10 scaredy cats.
4 out of 10 scaredy cats. Well, you heard it here, folks, on Coaster Cats. Invader at Busch Gardens gets 4 out of 10 scaredy cats. Now we're going to ride like catapults, which is what they call the scrambler here in the New France section of Busch Gardens.
In case the pretzels and whiskey didn't have enough time to settle, we're going to shake it up a bit more. We're in catapult land.
Hey, catapults!
My wife says it's fine, folks. It's fine.
It is fine. Whee!
So we have the lovely bridge here. As you can see, the coaster Griffin in the background. and we are headed on our way to Germany. We are going to enjoy us some fine German cuisine.
At Das Festhaus.
Yeah, Das being my initials, and also the German word for the. That's a bit of trivia that you know now. Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome, America. You're welcome.
So this piece of track here actually belongs to Alpengeist, which is not open today for this event, but it's a BMN inverted coaster, and it's a beast of a coaster. I would say Alpengeist probably gets 8 out of 10 scaredy cats.
Yeah, Mr. Dustin has a strict 5 scaredy cat limit. You know, Mama didn't raise no chicken, but chickens can't fly, so they don't go too high.
So we had lunch in Das Festhaus in Germany.
Is good.
And we're having some German grapefruit beer,
Schoffenhopper.
which is very refreshing. How would you describe Das Festhaus?
Ist gut, ja. Wunderbar. I get the taste slapped out of my mouth for talking with a full mouth. It's good. Carrot cake's really good. I got the sampler platter, which had roasted chicken and a little bit of sausage and some potatoes. So it tasted good. And ribs. I really enjoyed the ribs. They were the best part. I'll be honest, the last time we came, it was better. This time around, I feel like they sort of phoned it in, but it was still a good meal.
Do you think that had something to do with us being in the pandemic and things operating differently? Do you think once it goes back to normal and we get through all this, it'll be as good as it was before?
I hope so. I hope so.
We are in the line for Verbolten, which is a launch coaster in the Germany section of Busch Gardens. So I'm hoping this coaster is sort of similar to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. I do know that this one also has a drop track. So we'll have to see how many scaredy cats this one gets.
It didn't look too scary pulling off because it had like really cute cars, but then it was like, nah fam, there's supposed to be something going on here.
So we just got done riding for Bolton, and it was really fun. It really was very fun. How many scaredy cats would you give it?
If I gave Invader 4 out of 10 scaredy cats, I'm going to give Verbolten maybe 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 scaredy cats.
Mm-hmm.
There is an 80-foot drop.
Yeah.
Personally, my advice to anybody who's really scared, if you close your eyes that really helps me because then you can't really see what's happening. Yeah, you can feel it, but it doesn't seem as scary when you close your eyes as it does when you open your eyes. So if you're really scared, just close your eyes, and it can be really fun, and just enjoy the rush of the breeze in your hair and on your face. And yeah, I liked it. I would ride it again.
So guys, I'm going to give you a pro tip. They have shaped seats with a little raise in the middle, so at points you can come off feeling a little sore. Just keep that in mind.
So we're on the train at the station in Festa Italia, and we're going to take a tour of the park.
Looks to be a lot of fun. I can see Apollo's chariot from here, and I'm definitely rethinking that whole ride it idea. We're about to ride Turkish Delight.
So Turkish Delight is similar to the teacup ride, but we decided since it's Turkish Delight, it's actually a coffee cup and coffee pot ride.
Interestingly enough, in ancient days, in ancient Turkey, if a man did not provide his wife with enough coffee, it was grounds for divorce. Grounds for divorce.
So we'll see if Miss Lauren can survive or if Mr. Dustin spins her too much. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Mr. Dustin is really spinning us a lot. concentrating on spinning?
I'm having a lot of fun spinning.
Are you treating this like an upper body workout?
Yeah. I'm moving around. I'm doing stuff. My teacup is alive.
Alive or alive?
And the teacup is alive. Well then.
But it does create a lot of wind. So if it was warmer out than it is today, this would be probably get a good breeze going.
Yep.
That was our trip to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. What are your thoughts, Mr. Dustin?
So, it was limited. There were not a lot of rides that were open. I thought Verbolten was fun, but because I'm afraid of heights, I did close my eyes at one point. What is it? The festival house, or the Fest Haus, had a really good show, and I was able to trick Mrs. Lauren into staying long enough to watch it. Mrs. Lauren, who is an avid fan of classical dancing, didn't want to wait to watch the classical dancing show. So her mischievous and trickery husband decided to stall with beer.
Well, I did want to watch the show, but I was a little worried about keeping the table for that long, since they were only letting a limited number of people into the fest house, and I felt a little bad about holding the table. But Mr. Dustin is right, the show was really good, and we had a really good time watching the show. And there were a limited number of rides open for the St. Patrick's Day event. I wish I had some more information for you all about when they're going to more fully reopen and have the rest of the rides. I know personally I'm really looking forward to them reopening Loch Ness Monster. I haven't ridden it in years, and I would really like to get on it again because it's been such a long time, and I want to see if it's as good as I remember.
Mr. Dustin got lucky because they had to close down Apollo's Chariot for maintenance, so that means I didn't have to be freaked out of my mind when it went up and down.
Eventually, I'm going to get Mr. Dustin on Apollo's Chariot. I just have to teach him that he just has to close his eyes during that first lift hill.
So, interesting note, it's been 20 years since Fabio read Apollo's Chariot and got smacked in the face by a goose. Look it up, it actually happened.
Apparently happened on the opening day of the ride, and I think that's crazy.
You gotta say, though, nobody foresaw that happening, because most people don't know that geese are psychotic murder machines. They are killers.
Oh dear. Overall, though, I think our trip to Busch Gardens Williamsburg was really fun and really worthwhile, and we look forward to going back soon. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it and you'd like to see more from Star City Wanderers, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button.
And share for your friends and family.
And we will see you all next time. Until then, I'm Lauren.
I'm Dustin.
And keep adventuring.